Hello.
Yay. What a fun day. Here we're back.
We're back.
We took an oopsie break.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what we do.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
If there's one thing too neurodivergent people aren't going to be, it is consistent.
Unless you're like the cool type of autism that gets you to like actually get shit done.
No.
That's not me. I feel like maybe it's ADHD.
But if we lean that way, I don't think we could have a podcast.
You don't think so?
No.
We're just trying our best over here.
That's the best we can give.
It's well, we're always gonna give our best. I always tell people your best is always good enough because like you can't actually physically give more than your best.
Yeah. And
so like your best is always like all you can give, and then to tell people
like we're all or nothing. We're giving our best, or we're not giving anything.
Well, it's a special day. Should I tell everybody what day it is, or do you want to tell everybody what day it is? I feel like I sound weird, like the timbre or like the treble. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm like so in my ear.
Oh, well, maybe it might just be our little headphones. That might be better. Is that better?
I don't know. I feel like I barely hear myself. This is why we need like a person to make sure that all the settings are the same every time, because we don't remember.
I don't know. We need a sound producer. So if you're a sound producer who wants internship credits for your university and you're local to Minneapolis, let us know.
Yeah, now I feel like I hear you more outside of my headphones than I do in them. It's all good. It's Brandon's birthday. Birthday.
Yay.
How old are you, Brandon? I feel like you might be 32.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, if he's 33, I would be like, whoa, what happened?
My brother texted me and was like, are you 30 or 31? And I was like,
I'm 32.
I'm going to kill you.
I will say you definitely, like, with the pictures that people have been sharing, you're like aging backwards though.
Oh, for sure. Oh my God.
Some of them, I'm like, who is that man?
It's a retinol, baby.
I was actually going to joke. I felt like you were probably going to get it. But when I was looking up like little things on my story, like birthday hat or whatever, something that said 50 never looked so good popped up. And I was about to put it right on the like Ethereum. And I was like, is he going to get that?
No, you should have.
I was going to be like, but some people take us really seriously. So if I were like, hey guys, can you believe Brandon's like 50? He looks so good. Go ask him for his anti-aging tips. People... Brandon, you would get at least one or two people. I'm sorry. That would be like, I actually had no idea that you were so ancient. Well, let me know.
Did I tell you that what I was going to do for this birthday? If I would have planned it better and it would have been a little bit more formal and less flying by the seat of my pants.
You're going to have like a boys and Botox party?
No, I was going to throw Brandon's 40th birthday. Just because.
Oh my God. You're always goofing. We'll tell people, I was like, what are you doing for your birthday? So tell people all your busy, fun plans.
Producer Cece is trying to make a debacle. The debacle. So today was Cece. No.
She's like, maybe I'll just go on the computer.
Cece's been very needy lately. Anyway, I woke up. I, of course, got to the gym 2 hours later than I wanted to. Producer Cece was screaming at me in the morning. Actually, I'm pretty sure she woke me up this morning at like 1 o'clock and like wouldn't let me go to sleep. Anyway, then I went to the gym 2 hours late, so I had to sprint home to do therapy. Whitney was like, oh my God, you're doing therapy on your birthday?
You actually like got the balls to tell her?
Yeah, of course. I was like, because what if I would have been off, like not on my therapy game and been like, what's wrong with you? It's my birthday, leave me alone.
I'm always like extra emotional on my birthday. I cry immediately in the morning on my birthday because I'm like, it's my birthday and I'm alive.
And see, I'm so unemotional about my birthday. Like it takes a lot for me to like plan this stuff and like do it because I just don't care. Just another day for me, except I get some free treats, which I did get my Starbucks and my Firehouse sub.
Hell yeah. I don't think I went and did anything like to get free stuff. I think I was staying home for some reason. Well, I had to mow the lawn and then my washer or my dryer stopped working.
They're all switching to desserts. And I'm not a big dessert person.
Oh, so they're like, you get a free dessert on your birthday.
Ew. Because they want you to buy an entree. No, give me a free entree. I will buy a side of mac and cheese like I did at Firehouse Subs.
How was your sandwich?
It was good. Mac and cheese was good, but not good enough to pay almost $5 for again.
You know what was really good mac and cheese? Potbellies. Why did I?
Oh my God, no, it does.
I almost said Popeyes. No, Potbellies.
Well,
So
Popeye's
good.
mac and cheese is also very good.
Okay, you know it's been all over. So only a couple of people are gonna understand what I'm talking about, but you know it's been all over my TikTok. This is not plant related. This battle at Montgomery with the folding chair.
That's been all over my Instagram, but I haven't it hasn't been on my TikTok at all. And all I see are memes on Instagram. Where I know if it was on my TikTok feed, it'd
You'd be like, I would get the whole story. Yeah. I was at first getting jokes about it, and then finally I was like, I have to look up this actual video, and that's kind of crazy. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, battle at Montgomery over this boat situation. I mean, this guy swam to go join the fight. If someone is swimming to you to come kick your ass, that's some guys came up, they were skipping too. I'm like, I would be scared. You should be scared. Someone comes swimming up to you. I saw people ranking who was the best in the fight, and swimmer guy was number one.
If I were to swim to anything, I would be dead because I'd be drowned.
We got to give some fun plant updates. We're gonna talk about the State Fair potted plant show coming up a little bit, but we just got to talk about our actual plants. What's our plant situation going on right now? What is the deal?
We'll have to reconvene, and you will have to analyze all of my plants because
You're I don't know. I feel like you're doing all right. Because you did recently kind of do a big rearrangement ish.
Most of my plants are really happy,
and it seems like they're set up for success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. I'm actually kind of shocked, because I obviously don't have time to take care of them more than once a week. So then each once a week, it's Christmas morning. So many fun new updates.
Do you think that your plants doing well coordinates with how good you are with the fish tank? Since that's
yes.
when you water.
So thank God it's a symbiotic relationship because
oh my gosh,
if one of them
they're going crazy.
Are they? They're probably thinking it's second feeding time.
Oh yeah, they're all hanging up at the top. Where's the food?
Well, I put the sprayer nozzle that sprays the water back out a little bit lower, so then they can be on the surface and not be shoved. So we'll see how that works for them.
That one on the side there is just swimming back and forth.
Oh, those guys like to play. It's fun when they all do it in a little line, and they're following each other like seagulls.
Yeah, they're little synchronized swimming fish.
Or like geese. I guess seagulls don't follow each other.
I don't know anything about birds. I actually wish I aspire to be somebody who hears a bird call and knows what that is. Wouldn't that be just nice? I don't know.
No.
No.
We had a bird clock that every hour it would be cardinal. Oriole. Just so.
I learned I was trying to get into it. I was listening to sounds. I didn't realize how different cardinals can sound. They have 5 different calls.
I did not know that.
But
I only knew the one on the clock.
But I heard them and I'm like, yeah, that sounds very familiar.
Don't the males and females sound very different or something?
I think so.
Speaking of birds and TikTok, are you on that lady who has Hootie the owl?
Hootie the owl?
It's her pet owl that lives in her California mansion with her.
Mansion?
She's the super fit older woman with huge fake boobs and is always showing off her fake boobs. I would too if I had them. And then she's like, this is Hootie's favorite meal, a decapitated mouse.
I have not seen this lady.
And then she's like, this is his favorite place to rest. And she puts him on the bookshelf.
She's like, here he goes. Just a little piece of decor. No, the other half of my TikTok For You page, which I'll just say is now the girl that I've been talking to is very into Taylor Swift. So it's just half my For You page has been Taylor Swift stuff. I can't handle it. Because you know how badly we wanted to go.
I know. It's a nightmare. What's been out of my TikTok feed a little bit?
Vanderpump. I mean, we're kind of waiting for things to spice up. They're filming right now, right?
Yeah.
We're waiting for Vanderpump Rules.
And Beverly Hills is filming right now too.
Real Housewife. Well, with no Lisa Rinna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna be really heavily focused on the Kyle Richards lesbian arc.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, because she would make a good lesbian. Because just look at her.
Well, that one
no
scene.
No man deserves her. She's always all over the ladies.
That one scene when they're like, Kyle, you've never been with a woman? She's like, you think I'm a lesbian? And it's just
oh Oh my gosh. We'll get back to the plants, y'all. I swear. We're just going through the Real Housewives. Our Real Housewives updates. I went through Salt Lake City. Now I'm going through New York. And Ramona Singer, what a lady.
And she doesn't change.
I believe it.
She's like that from the day one to the day.
I love Jill Zarin.
Oh, I wish Jill stayed longer.
Jill, I just love her accent, her family. She's just very like classic New Yorker.
Are you where she's still on, or is she gone?
No, she's still on. Bethany's gone now.
Okay, so her and Bethany just did a podcast together, and that was the first time they've talked in like years and years and years and years.
Wow.
But
things are coming full circle because they knew I was watching. They're like, we gotta like start tying up some loose ends.
I was like, Brenna, we need to get back on our New York hustle. Nicole is gonna pass us any minute.
I wanted season 4,
but the season we're on is really boring. She's like, wow, you tell me we need to start watching it again, and Nicole's gonna get past us, and yet you're not even watching it. And I'm like,
I know. She sent me a Snapchat. She's like, Brandon says we gotta watch because you're gonna pass us, but he's nowhere to be found. Yeah, it did take me a little bit because I'm like, wow, this is old. These outfits,
especially
these ladies,
that first
the editing.
season when it's 720p. That's a hard season to watch.
Still the editing is so goofy, but it's starting to like feel. I'm getting used to it, feeling less cringy. Alex McCord, all of these ladies are just wow. And then yeah, and then what? Luann de Lesseps.
She's gonna be at Mystic Lake.
Mystic Lake. This is funny because, like, I mean, I would love to go see like Lisa Rinna or Lisa Vanderpump, but why would I want to go see Luann?
Well, that's the thing. We're not far enough in yet where we love her. It's like 2 seasons farther. It's when she gets arrested. Like, she like
so she's not like goody anymore.
Yeah, no.
Where she's like, because this lady, y'all, they're like, this is the Real House.
We should probably start a second podcast, and then we can record a Where Are We Growing, and then a Bravo podcast.
Literally, Isabella was walking up the stairs, and she's like, "You and you're just from one Bravo show to another." And you know what I said? I said, "Bravo, Bravo, fucking Bravo." And I was like, you don't get that yet.
Okay, well, I've been interacting with so many of the housewives.
I know,
y'all. If we did a Bravo podcast,
I feel like
we could get them on.
I feel like they are, no, this is the weirdest comparison.
I could slide into Erica Jane's DMs right now.
This is delusional. We need to go to Vegas and see her residency, and then go see Adele. These housewives are so easy to, they're so like, I don't know, are they D-list, or it depends on if you watch them or not, because then you don't know who they are. But I feel like they're in the same like social, because they're like reality social media. We're in their club. Mm-hmm. They're doing podcasts and doing like, you know, Instagram sponsorships. I'm getting that Hoya smell again. Brandon has some Hoyas that are just popping off right now, and it was like a punch in the face when I walked in.
Intoxicating.
What is that one that's flowering?
Isn't
that your black dragon?
Yeah.
Croniana. Very cute, very pungent.
Yeah. It is. It's a nice smell, but it's just too strong.
I've smelled worse ones, that's for sure. But I was like, wow, that's, well, you know what is, so when my, what's it called? Dang it. I'm not going to know what it is. We've been talking about so many Hoyas before we even started like recording that I'm not going to remember what it is. Whatever. It's kind of looks like Wayeti Eye, but it's splashy, and it's going to piss me off that I don't know it. But that one was flowering so much for me, and it was so smelly, and now I've gotten a couple more flowers, but I haven't smelled it at all. I don't know, maybe it's just I haven't come in on like that day, because I think there's a little window of smelliness. Because
that one, I normally, like, I can smell it when I open the cabinets, but it's sealed now. I've never been able to smell it with the doors closed.
And now it's just, wow.
Yeah, I could.
A lot. You could bottle it up. Why don't people make Hoya perfume?
I don't know. Because some of them do smell really good.
Yeah. Like, oh my God. I mean, I wouldn't wear it as perfume because it'd smell like a snack. But the Hushkaliana, that one is like the buttery popcorn one. Some people say butterscotch, but no, it's like buttery popcorn. And I just want to eat it every time. It's not the cutest like looker.
We could stop at AMC. I could get a free large popcorn today.
Bless me. Oh, free large popcorn. We still haven't gone to see Barbie, y'all. People are over Barbie and they're stopped talking about Barbie. I still haven't seen Barbie.
Well, when we see it, we're going to be the only ones in the theater. And I keep telling people that if you've already seen it, I don't want to go with you. So,
well, I feel like there's so many people that want to see it with me. If you don't want to see it again, then we better see it first together, because then I have other people I need to see it with.
Spoilers piss me off because
I have been scrolling. Like, I don't really know. Like, I feel like I get the feeling that they're trying to convey, but I don't know the storyline. I've been swiping. I don't know.
The only thing that was spoiled is I didn't know she went to the real world. And then when the movie first came out, like that first day.
I know people have been posting about, like, this is what my Barbie looks like in Barbie Land or something now. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what that means. And why are y'all doing that to your Barbies? There's people like coloring all over them, turning their Barbie into the Lorax.
It's so funny how in sync our feeds are sometimes, and then sometimes they are so different.
Oh, it's been bad. My plant updates, it has been Thripville, y'all. Thripville. And I was just telling Brandon before we started that it's really my own fault because I haven't tried to treat them. I just don't care. I've been feeling a lack of giving a shit. Even though, like, there will be a plant like right next to another plant that has thrips. And I'm like, oh, I really hope you don't get thrips. It's sitting right next to this other one that has thrips. And I know it's going to get thrips. Like, I mean, what is it that I'm just like...
Controversial opinion. Just buy so much of the systemic granules. Like, when your thrips are that bad, you might as well just like...
I do have a big jug.
Blast them, because that's what got rid of mine.
Yeah,
twice now.
And now you have spider miteville.
Well, it's actually not bad. I have quelled the spider mites.
Okay.
Only a couple plants. Like my variegated Frydek had a bunch of
just all your velvety babies. Yeah, as per usual.
Well, the thing is, I think the spider mites are so used to the plants they love, they don't go on anything else.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that.
Like
I've been finding them on
their
everything.
Delicacies, and they're not moving on.
I have had them on like some pings. They've been on like a string of hearts. I've even been finding mites on my Hoyas. I don't know if they're flat mites. Are we able to even see flat mites? I don't know. But something was crawling on them.
Wiggle, wiggle.
I don't like it. I do not like it one bit, but I did finally get, because people are like, oh, what are you doing for your thrips? I'm like, stop asking me. I still have thrips, clearly. Why would you ask me? I'm here to tell y'all how to find out that you have them, not how to get rid of them. Go follow somebody else for that. I'm just kidding. I'm like, here's things to keep in mind. This isn't advice that I'm taking myself because I am so lazy. But it's because there's no meds right now, y'all. It's okay. I'm kicked off my mom's insurance. You know, I'm a full-blown adult now. We're in crisis mode.
Nightmare.
I'm not liking it. I do not like it one bit. My car tabs are 2 years expired too.
I was talking to my other friend who, tabs are so expensive here. That's why mine are still Wisconsin. Someone the other day goes, oh, one of these licenses. And I go, yeah, just give me my wine. It's because I don't want to pay $500 for my tabs.
Oh yeah, because like the newer your car here, oh my god, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
I know. Brenna's is like not even as like expensive as my car, and it's $380. I'm like, absolutely not. Mine is $150.
I think I remember my like 2003 Jetta was like $50. I'm like, can we go back to that? Like, who cares? I here's the thing. Maybe someone needs to dumb it down. Someone's going to message us about this now.
And we're going to be like, what are you talking about?
Okay, no, someone...
So preface 19 minutes in to...
I forgot who it was someone did message me, and they said, hey, I'm listening to this podcast episode where you're talking about this, and here's my response to it. And I was like, that's what I need. That's the energy I need from everybody.
And another tip, if you are going to message us, we don't check the podcast DMs very often. We're really bad at that. So if you message our regular accounts, we're more likely to respond. True. Just a little fun tidbit.
Yeah, because we only got because neither of us are like tasked with checking the podcast account. like both of us will eventually like get in there and see it, but it might be like a week later, 2 weeks,
and then
maybe a month. I don't know.
And then we're like, oh, this is embarrassing. We can't open this
Yeah, we
now.
get cringe if it's been too long. If it's been like less than a week, I think I feel fine with it. But if it's been longer than that, then I feel like I'm like,
or there'll be like times where I'm like, oh, I'll respond to this, and then I don't, and then it's like 3 months.
I know.
Like,
I've been trying to get better with like marking things as like unread, so that I'm like, oh, I'll come back to this. This will be fine. But I forgot what I was even talking about. But
you were asking a question about tabs.
Tabs. Why? Here's the thing: is I feel like it's more
for non-Minnesota people.
Why do I feel like it's? Some people call them tags too.
Oh yeah, which is also not a Wisconsin. We call them stickers.
Your stickers.
You stick it on your license plate.
I will. This is me talking shit about Isabel for a little bit. My roommate / ex-girlfriend. There's just like certain things. I don't know if people just like weren't made to do things when they were younger. I've always put my tabs on myself. I've never messed it up like since from the beginning, because I think my mom was like, hey, just it's really sticky, like make sure you clean it off a little bit and then stick it on and it's good.
And literally all I do is I lick my thumb.
Yeah, that's all I do, and that's fine. But you know what she did? And I think she lied to me. She's like, no, I cleaned them off. She like just stuck them on and they fell off immediately because the car was so dirty. So like hers are also very expired, but hers are very expired because they fell off. And I'm like, oh my God, how do you do that? Anyways, that's just my complaining. I just like certain things. I'm like, how does some of y'all get dressed in the morning? I don't know. I mean, I hardly do, but we're doing our best.
I've been buying new clothes and I just ADHD go to this crop top every day. I would wear it to work if I could. That's the shirt you gave me.
Yeah, I was like, isn't that the one I got for free in the mail? Like, didn't something just show up at my house?
Like someone like, it must have been whoever lived there before, like got this free sampler pack from this, honestly, I'm not going to lie, like conservative Republican workout supplement brand. And the package just showed up at Nicole's house.
I know, I was like, Brandon,
and she's like, do you want this? And I was like, absolutely. Now it's my favorite shirt. So like,
it does look nice and like comfy.
It's the greatest.
But I would think naturally that like an older car would be more of a liability on the road. So why are you paying? And it seems like newer cars should be more efficient and less like bad to have on the road. I guess I don't know why they're more expensive for newer cars. Yes. Do you know?
I don't get it.
I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Especially in a state like Minnesota. We should be getting rewarded. We should be getting paid.
You should pay me for my good driving. I mean, apparently some insurances do. They give you little benefits if you go so long without an accident or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not me, though. People are rear-ending me.
We'll only increase your insurance $5 instead of $500.
Well, isn't like, and here's the funny thing, too, is why, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but don't they charge like men more for insurance?
Until you're 25. And then it's equal.
Oh, is it because of the brain development?
It's because it's just like men are statistically more likely to get in an accident, probably.
Isn't it funny how sometimes they use statistics and apply them to rules, and then sometimes they don't? Because I'm just like, oh, that seems logical. Why aren't we always logical?
And statistically, red cars are more likely to
get pulled over by the cops.
And so insurance is more if you have a red car.
What? That is, wow. I mean, I've never had a red car.
Thank God mine's only red on the inside.
Still been working at the plant shop every weekend. Y'all come in and say hi to me. My most exciting plant updates that I've been checking on, though, are my seedlings. Do you see all the peperomias, though, mixed in?
Mm-hmm. That gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah, so a bunch of course, I am a serial tag loser or label misplacer, so I don't even really know what the plants are that I crossed. I mean, I know which, like, physical plants, but I don't know what they are.
Are these the same ones that you gave me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of them, and which goes, when we say it, which goes first, the pollen parent or the seed parent?
I'm pretty sure seed parent.
Seed parent? So, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Forgetii.
Or no, it technically would be pollen first, I'm assuming, because of the patriarchy. Like that's the male.
Oh my gosh. The pollen parent was that's the one I definitely don't know what it is, but it's really dark and it's got a closed sinus, but it's like not a normal Forgetii, so it could be like Crystallinum X Forgetii or Forgetii X Crystallinum X. forgetti, but it's also not a normal looking forgetti. Very dark, very long, very thick and big and bumpy. So I don't know. I just feel like I just like it because they're actually two plants that I really enjoy watching grow. So having them make babies only makes sense. And it wasn't intentional. It was just the timing. They were the only flowers that were able to do the deed at that time. So things are still popping out left and right, but the flowers are either like completely in sync or like one dies off before the next one even comes out.
Well, that one's wet, and I'm like, oh, I should see if I have any pollen hiding anywhere. I don't think I do.
You're going to put that plant through the ringer, huh? So Brandon's got a big magnificum that's in like that looks like a 10 or 12-inch pot. Seriously.
It might even be more. It might be like,
I don't know, because we sell 12-inch pots at PQ, and that looks kind of like a 10 or 12-inch pot.
It's at least a 12.
It's a big one.
If not a 14.
He slapped some luxurians on because ever since we saw Tyler's plants, I'm like, Tyler Rousseau, shout out in Atlanta. I'm like, we need some luxurians crosses, like now.
And it's been almost a year, and I finally did it.
Finally, so.
Watch, it's like not like a bee came and pollinated it with something else, I'd die.
A random bug came and just like dropped on some other thoroughly pollinated half of the
Well,
thing.
do you have those little black beetles all over your house? Because they will not leave this house. They are everywhere.
No, but I do have normal flies.
And then I saw on Friendly Fridley, someone posted, like, what are these? It's a weevil. A weevil.
That sounds like a rodent.
Not a weasel.
But it still sounds like a rodent or something out of Harry Potter.
Yeah, they're like these little black bugs.
Oh, like Ron
little
Weasley.
black beetles.
That's what I'm
They're
thinking.
gross.
Oh my gosh. But no, amongst all these little seedlings are Peperomia elongata, which I did not think we're going to take because that is like the third or fourth time. No, I think the fourth time that I've taken seeds off of this Peperomia that self-seeds. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to make more babies. And I throw it on a bunch of soil and they just never goes. It never germinates, never happened. But I'm like, okay, well, I've got these, this is my last effort because I've got these little anthurium seeds. So I guess I'll just, because they're really, really tiny seeds. So you have to like go up the whole like flower and then grab a bunch of them and they're stick to your fingers and you have to like try and get them off. So they're tiny and I just like threw a bunch of chunks. And then at first I was like, is my moss coming back to life? Because I just saw like tiny little sprouts. And I was like, oh my God, those are the peperomias. So I have a bunch of Peperomia elongata brewing. Hopefully all these keep going because the amount of plant projects I've started and not followed through with and just let them die is depressing. So many things that I get excited about. And then I'm like, oh, well, I just like got too depressed and just let it go and die. It happens.
That it does.
Like so certain. Oh, look at that. Get this gigas leaf with the thrippy damage.
That's actually really pretty.
I know. It was a brand new leaf, so it still has like the goldy like sheen to it. And I was like, ooh.
I was taking my gigas out of the sheath because it was stuck, and then it just naturally snapped afterwards.
That's annoying.
And I was like, oh my God.
I've been seeing an awful lot of videos of people like helping their leaves out and like spraying them and stuff. And I don't think people are going to understand what I'm saying, but like, you know, when like it's almost out completely.
Yes.
And like just the tip. Why do people not just cut the sheath?
That's what I do.
I cut the sheath because like, because then you don't touch the leaf at all. It just stops it from bending and it goes up and it'll fall off. Like, why are people? I don't know. Like, you know me, I love helping leaves. I break so many leaves. Mm-hmm. But when it's that easy and you can just break, or the caterpillar or whatever.
Because when I tried to do that last little bit, the tip just goes.
Yeah, the tip snaps off. So I'm like, I'll just like leave that thing on, or like I'll like break that, or yeah, I'll break the caterpillar, the sheath, and then just like kind of like ease it off. But if it doesn't want to come out right away, then I just leave it. Mm-hmm. I don't get why people. I don't know. I do stupid stuff that people don't understand. So. To each their own. We had a new cat show up the other day.
Oh my God, really?
Uh-huh. And it was very friendly.
Oh my God, it's huge.
It was actually very baby, but in the it was actually like tiny, but then like zoomed in like it was underneath the like Isabella's car when I pulled up. And I was like, oh, like, who are you? And then it came up to me and was meowing at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I saw another black cat and I was like, what's happening? And then it followed me back to the house. Cute. I know, it was so cute.
Oh, the little tail crick. Oh. That's a long ass tail.
Mm-hmm. Plants. I try. I should talk about my sewing journey. That was just a mess. So I have a sewing machine now. I got it for my birthday. Finally broke it out and broke the needle. It happens. I was very proud though. Look at me. You could still see the tears in my eyes from
the fact that you that's impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, so I took like a white crop top and then a dress that doesn't fit around my boobs and just like cut the top of it off and then pinned. I actually used my little pins and didn't just like try and like smash it together and sew it, which kind of seems like something I would do. Just like try and hold it together and then just put it through, and it's just like coming apart the whole time. First of all, getting the machine threaded, y'all.
It's a nightmare. That's the main reason I never really, like when my mom taught me how to sew, I was like, this seems like too much to begin with. So I'm okay with like the.
Yeah, I'm like getting it set up because then it's like, oh, this is satisfying. Like it's going fast. Like this is great.
Then when you get through the spool and you have to do it again, you're like, oh.
Yeah, you get through on doing the bottom part. No, I actually like, if my mom's listening, I think something's actually wrong with my machine because it didn't break. Like something happened. I had to like take whatever I was doing out because it was just something was not going right. Take it out, whatever. And then I thread the top needle again, and then I go in to like try and grab the bottom because you like turn it through, so then the needle goes down and then it picks up the bottom thread. Well, it tries to go down, but it literally hits the like little platform and it snaps off like as it was trying to go in there. So I think something got knocked, like it's not perfectly lined up to where it's like going down in there like it's supposed to. So I'm like, oh, I got to replace the needle, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to happen again.
Yeah.
So I feel like I might have to bring it in Joann's and be like, can you reset this? Can you hit the reset button on this machine for me? So did sew something together. I was going to some little like Taylor Swift dance party thing at the poorhouse, which that was my first time at the poorhouse. Not what I was expecting. It was very like saloon-ish.
Yeah. That used to be like where I would go party in college when I came here for the weekend.
But wasn't that at like the downtown one, not like the uptown one?
I've never been to the uptown one.
I don't think it exists anymore.
I don't even know if it existed when I was there. Probably did, but
yeah, I was like, okay, this is interesting. It was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be too. I don't know why I was thinking I was thinking like concert venue, but smaller.
Oh yeah, no. So you were thinking like what First Ave would be, right?
Yeah. I was thinking First Ave, if not a little bit bigger than that. Even. Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, because they
make it seem like there's so much room to be dancing around.
I used to think Poorhouse was huge, but it was just crowded, so it felt huge.
Yeah.
Because when I was there, they used to have this band, 90s cover band, or no, shitty cover band, and they only played 90s, 2000 songs, and they were so good, and people would just rage, and there were snakes. Like there would be like snake people, you know, like little snakes and fire, and like. This
sounds very 90s.
It was very fun, and then they had like, what's that thing where the Hammerschlagen in the back, and then I went there this year, and I was like, oh my god, I might lose my life tonight.
I was like one of the first, like it wasn't filled up yet, so it was kind of like you felt weird being on the dance floor.
And like when I went there last, it was like there were maybe 50 to 100 people there tops. So it was like, I'm used to there being like 1,000 people there. So I was like, oh.
You're like, oh, this is intimate. I feel like I'm at a family reunion. It was fun though. They had a little friendship making bracelet station in the back, but that's of course it's dark as hell. So I had to be in there with my like flashlight, like, and then they had like several little like bead things set up and all the stuff. Like it's just free. It was fun. But
I liked how they had like different, because the one I went to at First Ave was just different DJs, but I liked how they were like drag queens and like performances and like more than just.
Yeah, and they had they had Taylor Swift music videos going on like the screen, not like matching up with like the actual song that was playing, and Kira said you could tell that they were playing like a Swiftie made that playlist. Like they were playing songs I did not know. It's like, what is this from? And then she's like, 1989. I'm like, yeah, that checks out. Red in 1989 is when I checked out. I was like,
that's when, because I had checked out for a little while. That's when I checked back in.
It was my school had this food drive and they did a remix to Shake It Off and just ruined the whole album.
I was in the Wendy's drive-thru in Eau Claire when I heard Shake It Off for the first time, and I was like, what?
Oh,
is
you had a
this?
visceral experience remembering it.
I was literally ordering spicy nuggets.
Have you seen the music video?
I mean, I'm sure I have. I can't remember
It's
it, but
something
I'm
else.
pretty sure I blocked most of it out.
It's very like, what was that, 2010, 9? I don't know. How off is that?
No,
I'm
it would have
gonna
been
look it up.
2012 or 2011, late 2011 or early 20. It was in fall. It came out in October.
I was like, this is like us predicting how far away Toronto is.
It was when I was living in 239 Chip, so it would have been 2012, I think, October 2012.
What? I mean, this checks out for when the food drive ruined it for me, but 2014.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. It says 97% likes this album on Google.
Wait, Red came out in 2014?
No, 1989. not
Oh, Red. Okay, when did Red come out?
Let me scroll. 2012.
Okay, I was like,
There you go.
I was.
I'm like 1989.
I was like, are you trying to Mandela affect me right now? I have visceral bad memories surrounding that time period. I was like,
love name was Red. Honestly, here's the thing. I really wanted Reputation to be next to be re-recorded. I was really excited for that. But given how much beef I have with like the bops on 1989, it probably needs a re-recording.
yeah.
Because, no, is that the song We're Never Getting Back Together is on too?
No, that's Red, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, before I gotta finish my Taylor rant.
I'm really bad with like song related trivia.
Okay, Blank Space, not my favorite bop. Style is good though. I like Style. Shake It Off, not my fave. Bad Blood, that one. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No.
Okay, you know what I would really like if she did a Bad Blood remix, kick off The Weeknd, replace him with Selena Gomez because she was in the music video. Have her do her own lines instead of The Weeknd.
Okay, so I Knew You Were Trouble. Okay, maybe I have more beef with Red. Because we're never getting back together. I can't. 22. It's all the bops. I didn't realize now that I'm going through all of her discography how actually sad the rest of the songs are. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They're either way too happy-go-lucky or
they're so depressing. Yeah. The actual song Red, I Knew You Were Trouble, 22, and then We Are Never Getting Back Together. I'm so sorry about it. And then I'd never heard of the song Out of the Woods, and then that came on.
Oh my God, I love
like,
Out of the Woods. It's one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs.
And then when she was like, this is a 1989 song, and I was like, yeah, that checks out. Because like, I feel like that's her like, let's get repetitive as hell, this whole album.
See, Out of the Woods, I was currently in an abusive relationship, so I was like,
so you're like, I need to be out of the woods.
I'm like crying thinking about it.
Oh my goodness. Not the like Taylor Swift crying era.
Oh no, that era has started in 2008 and it's never ended.
Well, after we record this, supposedly, I mean, the Swifties have been talking about it for a while, but apparently she might be announcing 1989 tonight at the concert because her last leg is ending on this random Wednesday that happens to be 8/9. Yeah. So, okay, if you're really interested, I can tell you the other Easter eggs that are coming on.
Well, like, okay, so like...
So, have you seen the Bejeweled music video?
Yeah, no.
So
I haven't watched any of her new music videos.
She goes into the elevator and then she clicks on floor 3, which is purple. That's Speak Now. Remember Speak Now came out and it was like all purple. People and their little like wristbands that apparently it was blinking 3 times, like like leading up to it. Now and then afterwards she goes up to floor 5, which is blue for 1989 because people now have been having blue light up flash 5 times at the end of the show.
I have goosebumps.
She also just changed her she has a new Midnight's outfit. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of something wrong, but it's like this blue outfit and it looks very, very, very similar to an outfit that she wore on the 1989 tour, like itself from forever ago.
Well, from what I've heard from other albums, when she like has these, it's like she comes up with all this shit by herself.
years in advance.
It's just insane.
Well, now I'm getting into all the Gaylor lore.
Oh my God, no! I was in that deep for a while.
I can't. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. And then when I go, okay, let me tell you, when my heart sank, I'm just sitting on the side of the bed, like facing away. When I went to Carly Kloss's Instagram and saw she was pregnant. Oh my God! What is that song? Cut like 1,000 knives or whatever. What is it called? I know that song.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like death by 1,000 cuts. I was like, ouch. Ouch. Well, did you hear that she had it was Carly Kloss's birthday and she sang Maroon that night as a special surprise, and that's a very gay song, and then she wore I don't know.
Maroon is my favorite album, or favorite song of the new album.
New album? I thought that was older song.
No, Maroon's the second song after Lavender Haze, which everyone was hoping it would be Taylor's.
I'm really bad at knowing what is. I know people thought she's good. I don't know. Well, apparently people are saying Yellow. How many times do I say apparently in this episode? Apparently, I guess yellow is her color for being in the closet. I don't know. I'm gonna have to show you all the videos I've saved on my TikTok because it's just all Gaylor lore.
You should be sending it to me. I would eat that up.
It's bad. Back to the plants. State Fair plant show 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. Brandon's actually doing it this time.
Yeah.
I was all alone. I mean, no, I wasn't all alone. There were a couple other plant people that I recognized there. But I just showed up all by myself. Do you remember that last year? I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I told all my friends to do this with me. Here I am showing up on my own. Scary.
Should we just rent a U-Haul and stop at each of our houses?
Sam did say she wants to drive in together, so you can come in with us. We can load up whoever has the biggest vehicle. I do not want to bring in that many things.
Well, that's you. But
I want to make one trip with my plants, so I'm not bringing in very many big ones. I don't think.
One trip from the car.
Yeah. I want to be able to carry. I mean, because I could have a hanging basket on the side too, and just carry my whole bin of plants. But
if we did want to rent a small vehicle,
oh my gosh,
it's only $20.
I was like, Brandon, I was like, it's free to enter. We got to keep it free to enter.
Well, $20. Rent a.
Yeah, and then we got to go pick them up on Friday.
Okay, $40. Well, when Sam came and picked up the couch, she was like, "Yeah, I didn't realize how easy and cheap it was to rent a cargo vehicle."
Mm-hmm. I had to do that for a plant one time. My little bird paradise, R.I.P. Yeah, it's 2 weeks from today. I still don't. I had a little list of plants that I thought I was going to bring, and then I went and looked at those plants, and I was like,
"See, this is why I don't plan for things. That's why I do it spur of the moment."
And I was like, "No."
Because you never know what's going to happen.
One of them, though, a couple of them that I wrote down, I'm like, yeah, I'm still bringing those. But I don't know. I'm trying. I just talking to Brandon about it beforehand. I'm going to try and not bring as many aeroids because I feel like all of the local people are going to be bringing aeroids. And they actually don't have aeroids separated up into categories where it's like, oh, here's the philodendron category. Here's the monstera. Here is the alocasias. They're all slumped together.
Remember last year when you were basically making the rules because you were asking questions and they were like,
They're like, oh, what?
And you're like, oh, okay, good point. We'll figure it.
I signed up on some website and they were like, where did you find that? I'm like, I don't know. So I didn't even register last year. I guess I just showed up. Which I think is what I'm doing in this year. I mean, they're expecting me anyways, because now y'all, Horticultural Society's paying me to do a little thing, a little blog. How fun.
Affiliated.
So I might try and get in their ear and be like, you need to split up the aeroid category. Just a little bit. Maybe get some more tables in here. It was like, last year, they were like, oh my God, it's never been so full in here. And I was like, the plants aren't even touching. I mean, they were enough because I think I got thrips from whoever had their big thrippy plant next to all mine.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? I was like, oh, and they got an honorable mention too. They did. I know the judges saw the thrips because on their little notes thing for that plant, it said check for black small dots moving.
That for sure should have been a come and get this immediately.
Yeah. Get this out of here. Not let's leave this next to all of the other plants on the biggest table. Kaylin was pissed.
You have 24 hours to pick this up or we're throwing it away.
It was bad. I mean, it was, of course, a big, thematophyllum. big, like, I think maybe it was like some Xanadu or something.
You know, I hate that.
Yeah. I hate those. Some thaumatifilms I like because they are better at staying like bushier than like philodendrons that just get so tall and lanky. Some of them I like when they're just
I feel like
nice bush.
If I was living in Florida and I planted one in my yard, I'd probably like it. But like in a house,
They
I just
are
don't
pest
like it.
magnets to me. Just those in particular. we both recoil at the same time. But I'm really excited. So you guys show up the day before the fair starts. So you kind of get to see what's happening and like everybody's setting up and it's all exciting. Now it's like, yay, fair tomorrow. Everybody was really nice. There was one lady though, I remember when I showed up last year, there was one lady who I guess comes year after year and she was just making a fuss about something. And one of the volunteers was just like, oh, like, fuck this bitch, basically, like rolling her eyes at me. And then I think that same volunteer was like in tears when I came and picked up my plants. And she's like, I'm so proud of you. I'm happy for you.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, these people are so welcoming. And like, even if you're not a part of the Horticultural Society, like I'm not a part of it. I don't pay their like membership fee thing. They're so welcoming and they just want people to come and participate. And they like seeing your cool plants because a lot of these people who are older don't really have a lot of these plants that we have. So they're really interested in like, what do you have? What do you like? Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's fun and nerdy and just meet new people and maybe get some money because you can get a little cash prize.
Cash money, baby.
Mm-hmm, but you're probably not going to get the check till like November, December. Just so you know. It's a nonprofit. So it goes.
I'm like expecting them to be handing you cash as you pick up your plants.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, I'm like, so where's my check? No, really, because they had paid me to do one little blog like about the state fair like beforehand. And I was like, I wonder how long it'll be before they pay me for that. We'll see. Money's money. I don't care.
You should send a 010 net 30 invoice.
I did send a very basic invoice because she was like, can you send just like an invoice with your information and all that stuff? And I'm like, yeah, here you go. So we'll see what happens. But they're there for the first 2 days of the fair. So if you're listening and you're like, I'm not going to participate, but I kind of want to go there and see, they're going to be on display for day 1 and 2 of the fair. That's Thursday and Friday. They'll be in the horticulture building. Go see them and don't touch or steal. That's kind of what I was thinking of. I was like, oh my God, what if I bring one that's like small enough for someone to like whoop into their bag? Or snip. Oh, snip. Yeah. Snip.
I used to work for a company called Snip.
Was it hair or like
Snip Interactive? No, it was a receipt processing.
Oh, I was like, was this in your like graphic design era?
I did do a little. I actually did graphic design for Clinique.
Wow.
In this job. I didn't get credit for it, but Clinique's website has had my graphic design on their website.
Look at you.
And really all I did is I copied their design and like made something that we needed for this like program.
Gotta love Procreate. So yeah, if you're actually participating in it, be prepared to pick up your plants Friday night as the fair is ending and dodge through a bunch of drunk people to get to your car. Because think about it, it's Friday night, beginning of the fair, basically.
Friday night and the lights are low.
It's about to be 10 p.m. This is like peak craziness at the fair.
I don't understand why they don't have you pick it up Saturday morning.
I think Saturday morning is probably even crazier.
Well, like before it opens?
Well, I don't know, because they have to get...
and then you should have it...
Maybe Saturday morning is when the people are setting up for the next thing, because remember, they're like, y'all need to get out so that we can like get the next...
It's like a wedding.
Yeah, yeah, like the next exhibit. The next exhibit is getting set up. So many fun things to see, though. I don't really like going to see the animals because it's very stinky. I mean, I do go through the Miracle Birth Center, see the cows being pulled out, and
I don't like
the little pigs. It's so fun. And then I like to see when people win for their like massive pumpkins. Like, do you have the heaviest pumpkin? Huge. And just like cool cut flowers. So many cool things.
The flower exhibit was really cool. I will say that. But
I
do
like
people go to the
seeing-
fair because they do that? Like every 2 days is like a new thing, and so you like go multiple times to see all these new things. Because I spent $200 at the
yeah.
fair, and I feel like
Oh yeah, no, Brandon. There are some old people that hop on the bus and go every day of the fair.
like I
They
feel
go
like
every single day. Well, probably because they also get like discounted tickets. They're not paying as much as we
well,
are.
the ticket wasn't even that much. I don't think it was like the food and drink. I was like, I didn't even. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
conservative.
That's the thing is now because I've me. I'm a Minnesota native. I've been going to the fair. I have only missed 1 year when I had marching band camp, and I know where to get like the cheapest water. You know, because like you could be waiting in line for like a $5 water, or you could wait in line for $2 water and get like 2 for the price of 1.
I'm pretty sure I was just like keeping my little seltzy cup and like filling it up with water. The bubbler.
At the bubbler.
The water fountain.
Yeah, I don't call it water fountain. It's a drinking fountain.
Drinking fountain, water
fountain is what you throw money into.
True.
Or like a beverage fountain or soda fountain is when you're, at McDonald's. Drinking fountain is where you press the button and you're drinking like a little child.
Yeah, I think I call it a soda fountain.
Soda fountain. I think I call it. I don't know.
Or maybe,
I guess I don't really refer
I think
to
I
it
probably,
at all.
I probably refer to it as the soda machine.
I probably say pop machine. Well, because now they, instead of like having the little like, where they like, the water starts gushing out into the little tray and it overflows. Now they have the like big machine thing and you press the little buttons and it's like, boom, boom,
I hate those.
You don't like them?
Because my fingers, maybe it's because they're so greasy. Like the screen doesn't.
You have to.
I'm like slamming it.
They really aren't as smart as they used to be because they used to be so easy for me. And now I also have to stand there and like.
And Pepsi had them for a little while and the Pepsi ones were so much better.
I don't know if you've ever seen a Pepsi one. I just see the big red Coca-Cola ones.
The Pepsi ones were like not a giant machine. They were like just a little screen on a stand and then like a spout. And you just like put your cup on the counter. It was like an iPad. And then you go.
Pepsi.
Which also, have you noticed Pepsi's everywhere? Like I feel like they've taken over, except for Culver's. They've switched to Coke.
I did see that they switched to Coke. I actually went and got a little scoop of custard. And then I was like, oh, they have Coke.
Well, except did you get a Coke? Because
no.
When you're eating, when you're so used to eating something with something else.
Yeah, and then you get a Coke instead of a Pepsi.
Then I took a sip of Coke after eating a Butterburger, and it tasted like poison. I like almost spit it out, and then I like saw in the cup that it was Coke, and they were doing like the McDonald's peel off thing to celebrate Coke coming to Culver's, and I literally was like, "What the hell is this?"
You're like, I've been
blasphemy. Yum Foods, let's go. Buy Culver's. Let's get this taken care of.
Isn't there something where like, oh, Taco Bell's the big one?
Well, yeah, because do you know the story? So Taco Bell and KFC and one other, I think Pizza Hut, they were like, Pepsi was trying to get in there, and it was too expensive to take over the rights to Coca-Cola, so they just bought the whole company. Or they bought all 3 companies, conglomerated them into Yum Foods, and Yum Foods is Pepsi owning those companies.
And that's why you got the Baja Blast. Gotta love some Baja. I actually think it just tastes like Gatorade, but
I don't like Baja Blast. Well, I don't really like any
Mountain Dews.
Mountain Dews.
So I like normal Mountain Dew, but the thing is like the other flavors don't taste like Mountain Dew because Mountain Dew tastes like a flavor that is not these other flavors, because it's like lemon lime.
I feel like Code Red had a hint of Mountain Dew,
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they've changed it. I don't know. I haven't had Code Red in ages.
It's the most random episode we've ever had. Another fun thing coming up that we have to talk about, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of plant events.
Twin Cities House Plant event. We're going to be there.
August 19th.
I really want to sign up for some of those workshops because I want to do the ping workshop. I don't know if you've even looked at what's going to be there.
No, I have. But what is the schedule going to be like?
I don't know.
Is there a schedule yet?
We get to do whatever we want. Well, because I think the workshop people are just actively doing them throughout the. Well, I guess. Well, if I go and sign up for workshop, I wonder if it'll tell me. But I think that we might have our to trick people into staying longer. Have ours at the very end from 9 to 10.
Yeah,
a little late night after we're both a little tipsy. It's gonna be at a distillery, so I mean, what else are we gonna be doing? You know what I'm saying?
That was fun last year watching Boozy.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun little party. I love little planty get-togethers. I was just gonna see. But if you're a local plant friend, we want you to come say hi and talk to us. We're gonna have the house plant hot seat.
Oh yeah, because I was working it, wasn't I?
Huh?
Was I working it? Were we there as a booth? Not us, but like me and Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You worked at the boozy one, I think.
Because then I sat down when they were on. Did the market end and then that started?
I don't remember.
I don't either. Because I remember we ordered Domino's.
Maybe you didn't work at that market. No, you did. Maybe Sam was back there. I don't know. I don't really remember. Brain don't work. It's been like a year.
I can't remember something that happened a year ago.
Twin Cities Houseplant Event Workshops. You can choose your time. Yeah.
It's at Twin Spirits Distillery.
Mm-hmm. Twin Spirits Distillery. Not too far from PQ, if you know where that is. It's on Central Avenue. And it's just going to be so fun. So there's going to be like other people doing pop-ups there. And then there's going to be like Soul Soils. If you know Kit and Brianne are going to be selling plants there. And then Greenhouse Salon, Properly Propagated, Plantitude. Sam's going to be there too. Planty. Yeah. And then there should be a plant mounting class, a planting and pot painting class, a Pangnum class. You can make a little ping arrangement, and then a little terrarium building class. And then we're going to be doing a little live recording and talking to our local plant friends and just like giving you guys a taste of our like local plant people and just like what's happening. I don't know.
Who knows? This might be the start of our world tour.
Yeah. I mean, I think not a whole lot of people have messaged us because I don't know if people went to go check, but we did not win our 20K.
So if we're doing this, we're doing it on a hope and a prayer.
A hope and a prayer and a big fat budget, because I did talk to Maya a little bit about how we can make it happen, and she's like really wants us to still do it. So even before it was even announced, she's like, if you guys don't get it, you really should still do it. You really should still do it. You can do it. And like she kept bringing it up like before I left. So she was like, you should still do it. I mean it. So I don't know. We'll see y'all. But we got to make sure that there's actual people in these cities that are going to want to listen to us.
Yeah.
And we got to be better about posting every week too. No one's going to give a shit anymore. Or maybe they will. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like we really do need to like do more of the TikTok stuff, but I think that requires us like filming this. Mm-hmm. We can't just be like lounged on the bed like we are right now.
We just like we don't. We need like a space that we like sit in front of and like it's set up, and we don't have to like, okay, let's get the podcast space set up.
Yeah, like people all the time are like, okay, just by listening to you, I know what you're doing in real life is funny. It needs to be on video.
It's hard. Yeah, because we're literally like 5 feet away from each other right now. We would not be able to do that on camera.
I feel like we need an audiovisual producer and a producer if we're going to do that. It's so much work.
It is so much work. Why is everything so much work? Life is so much work. New leaf. Just still checking out all the plants. That's kind of it. I mean, we just had to tell people about the little like houseplant event, and you should come. I should say the actual date of it though.
August 19th.
Oh, look at you.
It's I'm supposed to be at a bachelorette / bridal shower that day, but obviously booked and busy.
Brandon is double booked.
Always. When am I not about double booked?
Mm-hmm.
And usually I try to make it work, but it's 4 hours away.
I know. I was like, oh, you could just do it after. And I was like, oh, wait, it's probably in Wisconsin, isn't it?
I know. I'm like,
it's always in Wisconsin.
Like, why are these things I have to do always so far away? They're never here.
It's because you didn't grow up here.
I know. It's a nightmare.
But I am still shocked at the amount of people that you know here, or people who have moved here that you knew from like.
Oh, yeah. That's because I went to Eau Claire. I mean, you know, 25% of the people from Eau Claire are from here originally.
Yeah.
And then
or
another 25% of the Wisconsin people moved here.
True story, friends. Do you have a review for us to read?
I do. It's actually a really long one. I'm shocked that reviews can be this long, but I'm going to eat it up. Okay. So if you have not already, give us a 5-star review on Apple. You can make it as detailed as you want, apparently. We love it. You can also give us a 5-star review on Spotify. It's a lot easier. You cannot. But on Spotify episodes, there's a Q&A. It says, how did you like this episode? And you can respond to that. And we may or may not read it. They're just so centralized in Apple.
We may or may not do a lot of things.
Which I listen to my podcast on Spotify, not Apple, but I do like Apple's interface better. But I just don't like how it plays the podcast.
Interface. Sound like a tech job, a tech dude.
You know I'm a tech dude. I just don't have time to be as techy as I want to be. Okay. So this one is from Caitlin J97. The title is Besties That I've Never Met.
Oh.
Okay, so it says, first off, I would like to say this is the one and only podcast that I listen to. Oh, what a treat, what a dream.
One and only podcast.
Like at all. Brandon and Nicole's banter and detours of conversation can actually keep my attention for an entire episode instead of me spacing out relatable content. I first found out about this podcast via Nicole on TikTok. She's also my first planty person I followed, then Brandon.
Aww.
I'm a beginner plant parent, so this podcast is extremely funny where I find myself LOLing, and it's also super informative. I listen to the podcast while doing planty chores, cleaning my house. Geez, why did I think becoming an adult would be so great? Same.
Oh my gosh.
Caitlin J97. And driving from here to there. I started listening a few months ago, but I've already made my way through all the episodes as well. Side note, I just bought my first ping.
Yay! Aww.
I voted every single day for y'all to go on tour, and I hope you win. I'm in Texas, so it'd be awesome if you came anywhere here. I'd even drive the 6 hours to Dallas, LOL. Well,
6 hours.
We may be
Dallas.
returning next spring, so
Oh yeah.
how far is Houston?
Yeah, you might see us in Houston in April. We'll talk about that later.
If you're looking, well, you might see me there earlier. Hey. If you're looking for a fun, informative planning podcast, this is the one for you. So buckle up and listen because it is a ride.
Aww.
Adorable.
Love you. Big virtual hug. People are so nice.
That was such a treat.
We don't deserve y'all.
No, we really don't.
Oh, Brandon, where can people find you on the interface?
On the interface. You can find me on all platforms at Brandon Botanical, at BrandonBotanical.com, Amazon.com/shop/Brandon Botanical. If you're going to support Jeff Bezos, I might as well get a cut of it. Anyway, Nicole, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and Threads.
Oh, you can find me on Threads too.
Yeah, Brandon's on Threads. He finally gave in at like 4 a.m. one day.
No, it was like 6. I thought I could just sneak my way in. No.
You got the grand entrance. You were like, I'm here.
I've been bamboozled.
Bye, friends. Have a good week.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.